Madam Deputy Speaker, like so many injustices created by Westminster, the lack of resolution for the 3.8 million WASPI women is a disgrace. 3.8 million women given the bombshell that their state pension age was going to increase from 60 to 66 just as they were about to retire and it was too late to do any proper financial planning, once many were actually already in ill health or worse, had already taken early retirement and planning to get by until age 60 when they thought they would receive their state pension. For 9 years, this place has debated the matter, hearing harrowing individual stories, with many MPs across the chamber pledging they would do all they could to help these women. But for 9 years, the government has ignored the plight of these women. They hoped the WASPI women would go away. Well, they haven't. Well, unfortunately, 40,000 are dying each year without getting any form of compensation, and tragically, some 240,000 have now passed away without receiving compensation. And for those now trying to make the best of their retirement while facing a cost of living crisis, polling has established that half of WASPI women have struggled to pay essential bills in the past 6 months, and even worse, a quarter have struggled to buy food. Now, we know it's an injustice, and indeed even the PHSO judged as far back as July 2021 that the DWP was guilty of maladministration due to their lack of direct communication, and yet here we are still fighting for compensation. Madam Deputy Speaker, frankly, the majority of the Tory backbenchers who previously were very vocal and supported WASPI women in the past have all went quiet, including the leader of the Tories in Scotland. And as has the Labour Party. It's utterly astonishing that the best I can find for the current Labour leader is, we've met many of these women and campaigners, and our hearts go out to them. It's a huge injustice. He also said he would need to hear the outcome of the court case he believed was ongoing. That was back in April 2023. And, Madam Deputy Speaker, I would say just saying our hearts go out to them is as bad as saying nothing. It's completely vacuous, and there's been silence in the 10 months since, when the court case had already concluded anyway. So I would urge the leader of the Labour Party, instead of letting the Tories move his political dial and political compass, find a moral backbone and make a commitment that if this fag end of a Tory government won't deliver some form of compensation, then a future Labour government will. But having said that, given that the current Labour shadow for work and pensions has never uttered the words WASPI or 1950s women in Parliament, and neither is a spokesperson for women equalities, I do not see much pressure being put on the Labour leader from within his shadow cabinet. It's a shocking dereliction of duty from what is supposed to be the main opposition party at Westminster.